Hey everybody, so today we are going to be doing a little test of Kerbal Space Program 2, doing the SpaceX Integration Stack Test 2. So we have our booster here, and we have our Starship flight on the top, and we have somehow miraculously built a hot stage, which, yes, needs all these struts to hold it together because these parts here are flimsy-whimsy. But it all works together, and there's a heat shield on top of this one, so hopefully the booster doesn't explode. And we're going to give this a try and see if we can successfully do the SpaceX Flight Integration Test 2 in Kerbal Space Program 2. And yeah, we got water, which is good because there's a lot of firepower about to go off as these engines ramp up to 100%. And at this point, we've cleared the pad, and we're going to start hopefully getting to the cloud layer quickly, and then making our orbital turn towards the water. Turn for stability, and away we go, realizing that we do need a little bit of liquid engine fuel, or liquid fuel in the engines of the booster in order to get back. And we're going to tip too much the wrong way. Always happy, but that's okay. At this point, as long as we get the space today, I'm going to be pretty happy. So we're going to adjust the booster alignment here. There we go. And we're going to keep going, and at about 25% fuel we will eject the top stage, hopefully successfully without causing the bottom booster to explode. I haven't tried this yet, and it's a lot of button pushing, so wish me luck as we come up to that mark. And oh boy, I hope this works. One more to engage the other boosters, and we are good. We're now going to correct for our somewhat stability here. And we're going to go for a... Oh, is it going to... Yeah. We're turned upside down, that's why. Turn ourselves right side up, and then this will work the right way. There you go. Aha! Alright, welcome to space. And now we're going to do this full burn to get into orbit as the booster, in theory, returns to the Earth for a soft splashdown in the ocean, which we will cover in a moment. So with the Starship sent off, the booster is going to make a slow descent down to the ocean. Now, ideally in the longer term, they're planning on landing the booster and reusing it, but for the purpose of this test, they are actually planning to just try to soft land it in the ocean, which is what we're going to attempt to do here with our boosters re-engaging after the initial descent. In theory, I think only like 2 or 3 of them are going to go, but for the purpose of Kerbal Space Program 2, we're going to basically launch with all of them because I should have done it already. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Did it work? And ta-da! I'm going to take that as a win. We still have a couple engines left. And there you go. So, oh, it's going to jump around a bit. But let's go find out with the rest of the ship into orbit and complete the task at hand, as Kerbal physics in the water do weird things here. And welcome back to the upper stage, which is still doing its orbital burn as we try to get basically slightly suborbital. Right now we are a little bit more orbital than I would like, but we are attempting to correct that as it basically goes into space at this point, and it's going to go almost a full rotation around the planet and then splash down in an ocean, which I now need to double check. Yes, that is where it's going. Oh, not quite yet. And there you go. And then that's barely above the water. Yep. So this is good. Liquid engine there. We're actually going to turn off the space engines and disable those. We're not going to use those on our return. We do have these other rockets there for our hopefully soft splashdown, as we're going to speed up the orbit around Kerbin, aka Earth, where this is going to go through a series of test flight maneuvers, etc., that SpaceX has planned to ensure that everything works. Like maybe if there are cargo bay doors, I don't know if there's cargo bay doors. I know there's cargo bay doors on this, so I can definitely do this. Whee! This is not obviously part of the thing, but meh, it's Kerbal. What can you expect? Can I don't know if I can make the top one open. Can I make the top one open? Oh yeah, there you go. And then yeah, you could launch all your Starlink satellites and everything else that you wanted to or whatever. But there you go. It is orbiting around, and we can see the mun or the moon, depending on how you want to take it, there as we fly around the dark side of the planet. And overall, this is, speed up a little bit here. We're going to be coming back onto this side here. Now, at this point, my understanding is, and I'm not 100% sure what the plan on the descent is, but it should descend to a flight controlled situation where it's going to try to fly itself down and then attempt to do a landing, which in this case I need to tell it to do it. There you go. Is it going to be able to hold it? It's going to be able to hold it. All right, there we go. As we come in, and there's a very nice little nebula over here. We are now in the atmosphere and we're coming down, and this is Kerbal Space Program for you. All the weight is currently down here because this is the cargo, and the cargo is empty, which is, what you'd expect to see when this thing comes down. But it should be trying to land the right way up. I don't know if using the engines will work, but okay. So it's going to land this way, I guess. Definitely not what SpaceX is, I think, hoping for. I think they're hoping for a belly flop rather than a tail flap, but yeah, it's coming in pretty hot, and we're going to have to disable the speed thing here as we are now 10 kilometers above. It is kind of dark, but at about, I'm going to say 5,000 meters, we're going to throttle up the engines and see if we can do a soft touchdown pointing the rocket up. That is what I'm going to call a success in this Kerbal Space Program rendition. Let's do it and see what happens. Is it going to be able to stabilize as we come down here? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, it's doing it. Okay, there you go. We're going to have to slow down a little bit here because we don't want to actually fly up. We're about 2,000 meters and dropping. And it looks like we're actually going to be able to do it. A soft landing. Despite the inverse correctional direction that we came in, we are using up a little bit of fuel, and we are going to soft land, and I think, what's the ocean? Apologies, it's dark, but that's going to be happening if you launch it during the day. The other side of the planet is going to be dark, so I guess this has got some accuracy to it. As we come in here at 1,000 meters, 38 meters per second, coming in a little hot, but that's okay. We have to come down fast enough that we don't run out of fuel in the engines. As we come down to 10 meters per second, slow it down a little bit. You can see the water coming in from underneath us. It's a little dark, but there it is. And 200 meters, 100 meters, a bit more faster. There you go. Splashdown. Perfect. And we can recover this vessel if we want to. Yes, interesting. Kerbal Space Program 2 dynamics has this pointing straight up, but we're going to call that a success, and we wish SpaceX all the success on their mission, and hopefully not have Kerbal on them. Yes, that is a verb.